3 months, many have this myth or not. It's not a myth. Probably they say the sexual intercourse can push them into a natural labor.
Yeah.
So many people indulge in sexual activity only for this reason most of the time, and that is found to be true because sexual
Okay. So it's the
is
fact. You're saying it's not a
it
myth.
is
Okay.
not really mandatory for everyone. That it doesn't mean that everyone who gets into sexual
But it does
activity will
help,
definitely
you're saying.
end up having a labor, but it can trigger a labor because whenever there's a nipple stimulation or a orgasm, an hormone called oxytocin and prostaglandin is secreted in our body. So this prostaglandin is very important to stimulate the uterus to contract. So that is how you get into labor whenever you have a sexual contact. So the last 3 months, if you have a history of previous preterm delivery, please do avoid sexual intercourse now. And if you have a previous or if this pregnancy you have a placenta, low-lying placenta, definitely we ask the couple not to indulge in any sexual activity. Otherwise, it is fine. Pregnancy is a change, which is a physiological change which is happening in our body. It's not a disease to be scared of. It is not something which is harmful to us or difficult for us, for our body to carry on. So, first, it is a very, very normal physiological change and we have to accept it. Number two, many people read a lot in Google. So, I would advise not to read too much on Google because whatever the small symptoms they have, it is given in a multiple different ways, and most of the time they get scared reading Google. So that creates a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety, and even as small as spotting, they'll read it on Google and end up even thinking about having baby died in the womb or what happened to my baby, all kind of unwanted imaginations. So stop reading Google, even if you have a very weirdest, simplest, or funniest doubt in your mind. You can come and talk to the doctor directly rather than reading something and getting scared on your own. Number three, there is something called pregnancy mood swings. So even if you are aware of it, sometimes most of the women are not aware of it. So you should understand that your moods will change during pregnancy because there's a lot of hormonal changes which are happening in your body. So whenever there are mood swings, you have to, most of them are handleable. You tell your husband or you tell your people around you to help you with that. And if it is not helpful, probably you can ask for a professional help. Counseling will help you with the mood swings. Number four, think positive. Even yesterday, I had a patient who came and said, "Man, doctor, I'm crying always. I don't know why I'm crying, but I'm crying always. I'm scared of my pregnancy. I'm not able to think anything positive. Even if I know I'm doing wrong, I'm not able to change my mind." So get yourself into a positive vibe. Don't think too many negative things is not good for you or good for the baby. So think all positive things, listening to good music, reading good books. Whenever you have a negative thought, immediately try to change your concentration from there to something which is better and good for the baby. And do some regular exercise, simple exercise, but spend half an hour to 1 hour for yourself, and then you will enjoy your journey of pregnancy and delivery. Like we are doing natural birthing. Natural birthing is we want to give choices. We are thinking about respectful birthing. In India, we do. I feel the respect for women during the labor has to be improved. You cannot be treated like anybody else. You have to be given that
Sorry to
respect.
interrupt. Respectful birthing. Can you elaborate? I mean, it's new to us. The term is really new to us. So,
Okay, respectful birthing is like you treat the woman like a queen, no? You don't treat like a
yeah.
patient. You're not coming with a illness. You are coming for a birthing and a new experience for you. Maybe we would like to make it more memorable. So, and most of the hospitals here have the tendency, Serivama, Padama, Endrima, Poma, and the Madri, that's the way they talk to the patient, right? We would like to change that and give them a memorable experience is something we call as respectful birthing.
That's nice.
I would like to give choices to the mothers rather than me telling, okay, you have this problem, do this. You have that problem, do that. It is not like that. I would like them to have all the choices and then finally choose. Even if she's choosing for a C-section, that is absolutely fine unless and until she understands what she's choosing. See, we would like to give all the information to the patient openly, discuss the pros and cons of each, and then allow them to make the choice. So the options we have are normal delivery, natural birthing, hypnobirthing, water birthing, and painless birthing, and C-section. So we have 6 different kind of birthing which you can choose yourself, and that's what I think many of the women who've been here for labor and delivery have experienced through. Water birthing, I'm not sure whether everybody is aware, and I don't want to publicize that because it is not something like a fancy thing you come and deliver through water and have everything comfortable. I would like to offer to people who really believe in that and who want that. Because I sometimes recently there was an actor who had a water birthing, after which I had so many patients coming and asking at the last
Okay.
moment of labor, can I have a water birthing? See, they don't even know what it is. And it's like buying a toy from a shop. They come and ask, can I have a water? See, you have to be prepared for that from the beginning of your pregnancy. You should understand the pros and cons of it and what you want is that what you really want. And your family should be supportive. Sometimes the woman wants and the husband is scared of it. So we want to prepare both the husband and wife, and then we would like to teach the husband how to support the wife during labor rather than he getting scared of the situation or he getting into giddiness and fainting during the labor. All these things have happened. So we would like to prepare them as a couple right from the 3rd month of pregnancy, and then they choose what kind of birthing they want. And if they opt for now water birthing, then we allow them to go through a water birthing. Water birthing is nothing but we have a tub which is filled with warm water, 37 degrees, and its warmth is because 37 degrees is the body temperature. So baby, when it comes out, it doesn't have a temperature difference. Otherwise, the woman bears through inside the water. Why water? Because the movement of the women is easier. So whenever even we are inside the swimming pool, the movement of the body is
True.
very easy inside the swimming pool. So similarly, her she can move around and deliver the baby comfortably inside, and baby is already there in the amniotic fluid. So coming out into water doesn't do anything at all. Once the baby comes out, we immediately bring the baby out.
Okay.
So that's water birthing. And people from US, UK have come, and there are few people from Chennai itself who've been through water birthing, and we've been doing it from I think 2017.
Oh.
A lot of people got pregnant. So
Yes.
people who get pregnant got pregnant. There was a lot of surge in people getting pregnant. And number two, there was a lot of difficulty for them to come and come to the hospital basically. So we had to really put our extra effort in getting the patient, talking to police and making them understand these are patients, they have to come and meet us somehow. And the initial lockdown was very strict. Consultation was done, and after which we had little okay, we were little okay with the patients, were also little okay to talk to us from their house itself. And lot, I won't say preterm deliveries were high, but there was a lot of people who didn't want pregnancies also. Unwanted pregnancies became more also.
Okay. Which is we can't say if it's a good thing or a bad thing though.
Yeah. So they were people wanting to get pregnant, got pregnant, but there was a lot of unwanted pregnancies too. And otherwise, from my experience, I didn't see much of a preterm delivery.
Okay.
The communication between doctor patient was little difficult,
Okay.
and I had lot of patients coming from other hospitals. So last moment coming in labor because most of the hospitals were closed, most of the individual clinics were closed. So a lot of patients came to us.
Okay.
So handling more volume with a lesser staffing was a challenge.
Challenge.